This podcast is produced by Sunnydale Studios.
You feel alive, let's hit the dance floor. Don't work too hard, my break a backbone. Return of the Mac, the king is back though. Corvette and cash, I never lack those.
So welcome to another episode of the No Brewing Jerks
hang on a
podcast.
second. Wait, what are you doing?
I'm doing the intro.
Oh, okay, yep. I thought we were sorry.
We can keep that in. Would you like to continue?
No, yep, I'm good. Thank you.
Welcome to another episode of the No Brewing Jerks podcast, a podcast that deconstructs consumer culture and media with no brewing jerks allowed. Every Wednesday, you'll find us on all podcast streaming platforms, chatting about all things business and media with a dash of shit talk. I changed it up now.
Who doesn't love shit talk?
I feel like that bio needs to evolve because it's just...
We're working on it. We're working on it.
just
All
it.
right. In today's podcast, you are joined by me, Liv, and we have Ty and Kat. Yay! Same as last
Guess
week.
who's back?
Back
Back
again.
again.
Ooh, like that. Do you not like us singing?
Huh?
Do you not like us singing?
I don't know. I'm still processing.
Still processing. All right.
In other words, I hate it. Don't do it again.
Can I get those headphones, please?
Okay, shall we get into the first segment of every episode? Dopes and nopes.
It is time for dopes and nopes.
All right, Kat, what's your dope for this week?
Oh, my dope's pretty cool. It's the Gucci ADIDAS campaign.
Oh, God.
It's giving major 80s, 90s vibes. Are you serious? You don't like it? I love it. I actually think they've
I
done really
haven't
well.
seen
I'm
it.
disliking all these high-end fashion brands
Yeah.
going with sports brands. I feel like it's like clutching at straws, and I feel like high fashion brands are losing their thought leadership and just collaborating with sports culture
Yeah.
to kind of just jump onto millennial kind of pop culture trends.
I agree.
I feel it's lazy. No, because like everyone's doing it. It's like, oh, who's going to collaborate with next? It's like next,
Yeah.
like fucking Louis Vuitton be doing McDonald's Happy Meals.
But
So
if
it's like,
they do it right, the Louis Vuitton, surely you can't compare the Louis Vuitton Nike collab. That is like that's an absolute masterstroke.
I think they're trash.
Yeah, I don't really like it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
See,
ma-
if I was a Louis or Gucci fanboy, I would that for me drops their brand equity.
Cheapens the brand. Yeah,
no
for sure.
way. You guys don't understand then what it's about.
I get
Why
it.
the high end brands do it.
No, I get it.
It's introducing them to a younger gen. That's why they release perfumes, right? They hook you in.
This is why we're all broke.
Yeah, that's why I'm broke.
This is why
I'll
I
tell you right
this,
now.
20-year-olds
but this is why I don't buy the shit. Is because I don't want to see the little fuckboy at the bus station wearing the Nike
Shame.
TNs, wearing something that I used to think was sacred. So for me, it's alienating the
agree.
brand.
I agree. I think it, cheapens
It's like when Mercedes dropped their
right.
price point and everyone just went for the entry level Mercedes and it fucked it for everyone else.
Yeah.
That actually likes Mercedes as a luxury brand.
or Teslas as well.
Yeah, Teslas. It's like, oh yeah, 60 grand and everyone rolls up in one.
See, it's something like more. Is it cheaper?
No,
Oh, okay. I was going to say more.
not
cheaper.
at all.
But no,
Like a shirt was like $960. I
But-
just think it's a beautifully done campaign, beautifully shot campaign. I think I do agree to an extent. I understand what you guys are saying. I actually think the Adidas Balenciaga campaign, I believe it was crap. I didn't enjoy that one, but I think this one's done really, really quite well.
Okay, and what's your nope?
The Sydney Morning Herald forcing Rebel Wilson to come out. So this came out in the last 24 hours that, it hit the news last week that Rebel was in a relationship with another woman. She got a lot of praise for that. And, I think everyone's really happy that she's found some love.
Yeah.
But it has since been revealed that the Sydney Morning Herald actually put pressure on her to announce, and she wasn't ready to announce. There's a tweet from a journalist that has come out, and you guys could jump onto Twitter and just search Rebel Wilson Sydney Morning Herald and you'll see it. And basically they reached out to Rebel's PR reps and said, we've got wind that Rebel's in a relationship with a woman. We're going to run the story. Does she have a comment? And they said, no, doesn't want to comment on this. And then they said, well, you've got 2 days and we're going to run the story anyway. And so then, her hand was forced, which sucks, I think, in this day and age. And anyway, Sydney Morning Herald are being absolutely toasted for it, and
Yeah, for
rightly
sure.
so.
Yeah.
Well, you think the journal would just work collaboratively with their PR and say, hey, just FYI, this came across the table. Let's
Yeah.
work together to have a timeline. We obviously have a story to drop, but we want to be respectful as well.
But it's crazy because it's like the Sydney Morning Herald is such a respected media outlet.
It's not Daily Mail.
Yeah, or something, yeah.
So it's really odd. Like I think there's such a like it's a bit of a weird disconnect.
Clutching.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my nope.
Well, that's really sad, but it's dope that she's really happy.
It's dope, yeah. Dope, but it's a nope.
Yeah. Okay, Ty, what's your dope?
My dope's I'm not a Britney fangirl as such like you guys, but the Britney wedding saga has just been funny watching it over the weekend. So
Yeah.
1, no parents invited, as we expect. 2, her Xbox live stream breaking into her house during the ceremony.
What a breach of security.
Right?
Like how did he even get in?
And then 3, like her husband's like he's catfishing her hard. Like there's no way that like,
I'm really hopeful that this is her happily ever after.
he looks like a YSL model. Like in the photos, it's like chalk and cheese. It's like before and after shots on left and right. And it's like,
What do you think he's doing? Do you think he's just
I think
out
he's
for a
just-
payday?
yeah, payday, fame. Like I'll give it 6 months.
Oh, I give it longer because
don't
they've
wanna
been
believe
together
that.
for a long time.
I think he's invested into the wedding phase. Yeah. He looks way too sane and handsome.
Some of the guests at the wedding were quite random, like Drew Barrymore, Selena Gomez.
I found Selena Gomez random.
Well, she said in her caption, she's like, "Oh, and I finally got to meet Selena Gomez."
Didn't even know them.
I don't think so.
I saw Paris Hilton turn down like a DJ gig for Joe Biden to go to the wedding.
Really?
It's like, yeah, but like, why would Joe Biden want fucking Paris Hilton
Yeah,
DJing
that's
a gig?
weird.
Well, like,
Why wouldn't he?
but as if he doesn't get, he's creepy enough. Like he sniffs kids. Blanks out when he sees like stars and fireworks.
He's too old for
and
the
now he
top
wants
job.
Paris Hilton DJing his
gosh.
bloody Sunday brunches. He's a creep.
It was just quite unusual.
Yeah.
And did you see her horse carriage? Yeah.
I actually saw a funny video that it was giving Kath vibes from Kath and Kim when she got married.
Yes.
Yeah, she has kind of like, poor Britney. She kind of reminds me of like when like you see like elderly people with like Alzheimer's or something, and everyone just like rallies around and makes sure their life's comfortable and they don't feel out of place. I feel like that's kind of like Britney. It's like everyone around her knows she's in a special place, and everyone just like just goes along with it just so she doesn't feel like.
I thought it was sad her kids weren't there.
Why weren't they?
I don't know. I don't know. But
How old are her
boys
kids
weren't
now?
there. I reckon they'd have to be early teens for sure.
I know they were K-Fed that weekend.
Yeah. They'd
Yeah,
have to be early.
Good luck to the both of them.
Yeah, I'm happy for her.
Okay, and what's your nope?
My nope is Bailey Smith, AFL star, caught on the bag. But my nope is like for how much longer do we really expect these guys, like when these stories come out, why are we still in shock?
Yeah.
Like they're kind of professional athletes, proper lads, alpha males, off season, like that. Does the news cycle really need to just jump on these week after week for extended periods of time when another professional athlete gets caught blowing off steam on the weekend? Like particularly when the journos writing these stories are probably.
You know who the real like prick is in this situation? The assholes that leak the photos.
Right?
The friends that leak the photos.
Yeah.
No, because they'll get paid. I don't care.
But
Yeah,
like,
but what a
how?
stitch up.
What sort of person are you?
Isn't
It's
he at a-
Like the Nat Bartel, hey, like someone obviously
It's
leaked that too.
So bad.
Isn't he at a club? Is he at a club?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were they his friends though? They could have been anyone.
No,
Everyone
it was
knows
like a
who
video
he
Snapchatting
is.
or something.
There's a video, and then he sends a photo of him with a bag to a friend over a DM. It's like, why would you? Don't do it. If you're going to do drugs, put your fucking phone away.
And Cotton On came out as a sponsor, said they vowed to stand behind him.
I know, because it was 6 months ago or 7 months ago now.
But we'll have this discussion
Not
earlier. It's
condoning
like,
drug use or
No,
anything,
no.
but I mean, come
Cotton
on.
On are backing him.
yeah, they're vowed to stand behind him. They probably invested too much cash in a line or something. But
Yeah. I think Mission wraps are the same.
of course, the Mexicans are standing behind the cocaine. He can be a poster boy for both our businesses.
Oh my gosh. Did you see the thing? This is like going down a rabbit hole, but how he was he had a punch on at Burleigh Pavilion when he was here on the Gold Coast?
Yeah.
No.
But we'll just go. So these
Punch on a
guys.
Burleigh Pavilion? You got to be kidding.
Yeah,
me.
he
Right?
knocked someone
Unheard of.
out and like ran, and basically it was like he didn't get what he deserved. Like he didn't get in trouble.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
these guys
Anyways.
are kind of bred to be kind of alpha males, 7 days a week on season, like reactive aggression, and then you put them in a public scenario and everyone's shocked when they act that way under the influence of drugs and alcohol. It's like they're legit conditioned to be these people for a career, and everyone's so shocked when they behave that way off a field. Like it's
Yeah.
kind of who are the real idiots? Us or
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no, it's quite interesting. Anyways, all right. So my dope, it's very predictable, but Love Island is back. So Love Island UK started last week.
Have you dropped this as a dope like 3
Yes, I
times?
have.
You do
I'm
Love
obsessed.
Island
I think
every
we need to veto it because like you need some fresh content.
No, it's amazing. It's the best. So it actually started this week. I think last week it was like a deaf girl is going to be in the.
Oh, I think that was 2 weeks ago.
Well, then what was last week?
I
think
I'm having full deja vu.
My one last week
She does
was
Love Island every week.
my one last week was it's coming on next
Yeah,
week, and then
yeah.
now it's on.
Liv's
Okay.
the world's biggest Love Island fan.
It's really good. There's nothing else to say, but just watch it.
The only good thing happening in Liv's life is Love Island.
Pretty much.
According to the last 3 episodes. Well, according to you, Dopes, for the
Pretty
last
much.
month.
I'll admit it. Like, I don't care. It's really good. But one of the other contestants is 19, so the youngest contestant ever, and she is stunning. But anyways, there's an Italian stallion in there as well, and coming up this week, one of the exes.
Are there any old people in there, like over 50s, over 60s?
What?
A bit ageist.
No.
Well, Love Island. It's like
Bit
if
ageist.
you're going to chuck in a 19-year-old on there, why not? You know?
Yeah, Love Retirement Village.
Yeah, chuck Hefner on there.
Yeah.
To see if
Maybe.
a rich 65-year-old and everyone knows he's a billionaire and see who's DTF.
Oh my lord.
Wow.
That's what you call producing.
But yeah, so they're putting in one of the girls' exes, kind of like Ex on the Beach vibes.
Oh god.
So they'll both see each other like fall in love with other people. Anyways, I love it. Okay, and
That's a one-way ticket to therapy.
my nope is car batteries. My car has a flat battery, I think, and it's just not a good time. And it's just an inconvenient time as well. You know, when you're like getting ready to go, got a big day, turn the car on, and it's just like.
Yes.
There's no such thing as a convenient time for your car to shit itself, though.
No. I'm just glad it was in my garage and it wasn't like on the side of the
could have
road
been
or in a
nice.
car park.
Yeah.
But anyways, hopefully.
And remember last week, Liv and I were driving to a meeting and we got a flat tire as well.
Oh,
We
yeah.
had to pull over for
Oh no,
Yeah.
things come in threes, guys.
what's coming up next.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh god, I hope nothing.
touch wood.
Jinx.
Well, we'll be heading up to Brisbane this evening, so hopefully.
Hopefully nothing there.
Hopefully no
No,
rollovers.
make sure you have a full tank of petrol.
Great.
Imagine if we're
Now I'm
walking
gonna
in
be
our
anxious
ball
all day
gowns to
thinking
the
about that.
petrol station. Also, we've got to do a TikTok. I'm going to do a transition video.
Okay.
So anyways,
Who's transitioning?
we are.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, all right. So shall we get in today's topic?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, all right. So today we're going to be talking about the mixed bag of pop culture goodness.
Pop culture.
Pop culture. You're gonna hate that.
It sounds like buzzword for miscellaneous
Pop
stuff.
culture. It is a little bit of a mixed bag.
Just a whole lot of chat.
You know,
All
loves a
right.
mixed bag. Bailey Smith.
Nice one.
Nice
I'll
one.
pay that.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about why reality TV show stars should take control of their own narrative, especially when they leave the show. What's a good example? I think Dom and Ella this
Yeah,
week.
they're doing a really good job. I think in the last, you'd need to be blind Freddy to not see all of the media hype at the moment around some of those ex-maths contestants from the latest series. There's a really good example of people doing post-show career moves well.
Yeah.
And there's also some
Doozies.
examples of some other contestants doing it really badly.
Yeah.
And perhaps being guided in not the greatest direction. So, but yeah, Dom and Ella are doing, I think they're taking control of their narrative in a really smart way.
Yeah. And I don't think it would be as strong if they weren't together, if they weren't alliances. If they were separately, I think it would still do well, but they've made it even stronger than being a pairing.
Yeah, I agree.
Since they've come out, they've got Dom has a Shopo line. A
Yeah.
line of
Yeah.
clothing with Shopo.
Jesus, that's happened
Yeah.
quickly.
yeah.
But that was super quick.
Really
I think
quick.
they literally snatched them up as soon as it finished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a good example of, she had such an average time on that show and what happened to her in terms of being slut shamed and, having her OnlyFans exposed nationally and then also having to have that conversation with her family. I think she went through such a rough time that, she does deserve that time in the sun now and she's come out of it looking like the hero.
She has.
And
It was an amazing recovery. Even with that glassing incident, I was like, holy shit, how's she going to recover? I didn't think that she'll recover from that.
Yeah.
Just because of how,
And you know what the
Scary
difference
could be
is?
made, but no, that's amazing.
I feel like the good thing that she's done is that she owned it and apologized
100%.
for the behavior. And when you take accountability, I think, us as a nation, we're forgiving, but you've got to take accountability.
101 crisis management.
This is where Olivia and Jackson? Olivia and Jackson are just shitting the bed daily. Like daily. They just like front up and apologize.
I have a question for you. Do you think that's based on their like PR manager and like who represents them?
I feel like
It's just character, right?
I think that they're doubling down and they're digging their heels in the sand, thinking that it's the right move. But that whoever is surrounding them now needs to be trying to coax them out of it. If they want a career in the media industry in particular,
anything,
they have to stop doing what they're doing.
Yeah,
going live every single day, attacking national radio shows.
Yeah,
they just need to have a break, guys.
Yeah.
Go silent, go inward. Like it's not good for their mental health.
Yeah.
And it certainly isn't going to pave the way for a good career in post maths.
Is that your recommendation for them?
Oh, I have
so many.
Yeah, and in a lot of ways, like it doesn't even interest me to want them to get. Like, I don't really want to give them any recommendations either, because I just feel like they're the type of people that just how do you polish a turd? You can roll it in glitter.
Yeah, I think they're dumb as well.
At the end of the day, it's still a turd.
That is so good.
Yeah, they're just stupid, right? Because like if people come out and they kind of argue with a bit of intellect, but they're just Jackson when he's talking, it's like there's like the few lights are switching off.
Yeah, it's not. I don't want to like totally abuse them on this podcast.
Well, let's give some good examples of people that have come off the back of reality TV shows that have done really well. We just said Dom and Ella, and they've just had a podcast drop last week, which has been at the #1 charts before it even dropped.
Yeah.
They dropped a teaser and that went to #1.
Yeah.
And they've got so much support online on socials as well. They've done so well. We have Abby Chatfield here. That was off the back of Bachelor.
Yeah.
And she was the villain in that.
Yeah, she was. But if you can remember, she did take time post-show and was quiet.
Yeah.
And she reset, took a breather. Yeah. Time heals everything. People forget.
Did a second season.
And then she came back. And she did I'm a Celebrity. Get me out of here.
I thought she did one season of The Bachelor and then came back for another season.
She did Batch in Paradise.
Yeah, sure.
A lot of them
Because
do.
her career, it hasn't been it's been a slow burn and then ramped up, right?
Yeah.
From her first interaction on telly.
Yep. And she just played the influencer card really well. She was doing a lot of, sponsored posts and she sort of had that, the influencer side of things was a flash in the pan. She's not considered an influencer anymore. She's a full-blown media personality now.
Yeah.
And she's played it really, really well. And now she's going to be on the next season of The Masked Singer.
Yeah.
As a judge, sitting next to Mel B, like Scary Spice.
Yes.
It's easy.
God. I think she's a good example of a contestant that has done it right.
Yeah, but I also think credit to her. She's like stuck to what she believes in, stuck to her like voice, her personality. Like
Super
she hasn't been
polarizing.
changed. She saw after the show that like it was very polarizing what people either loved or hated her, and she decided to like preach what the people loved about her and went with it, and she's done so well.
She's the perfect like leader for the woke generation coming through at the moment.
Yeah.
Like she's like their figurehead, so she just she's crushed capturing that audience.
Yeah,
really,
she has.
really well.
And she can hold her own in a debate.
Yeah.
Like, she's intelligent.
And that's the difference when
Yeah.
you're controversial and you look at her talking next to I already forgot her name, Olivia.
Yeah.
And it's like chalk and cheese, and
Yeah.
and that's what the comparison I'm trying to I was comparing to. It's
Yeah,
just-
good comparison.
Do we have any other good examples?
I think
There's so many though. I think
there
Martha's
are.
done really well.
Yeah, I think some of the ones that have gone on to have really great
Martha's funny
careers.
as fuck.
Martha and Michael have done really well. Jules and Cam have done like exceptionally well. She's got that amazing Figure by Jules, like the shapewear brand now, which is doing good things. Ryan, way back in the day, Ryan Fitzy from Big Brother.
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah,
wouldn't
yeah,
know,
yeah,
Liv.
yeah.
You would. I don't know if you were born when this season was
What
on.
year was
He's on
this?
the radio.
But he's a Nova
Is this
host
like
and done
Fitzy
really.
and Whipper?
Yeah.
Oh,
He-
that guy.
Yeah, he kicked off on Big Brother.
Oh.
He would have been like mid-20s or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
With
it
Shannon
can
Noll.
be done. Anna and Tim, the very first season of The Bachelor.
Curly haired Tim.
No,
I was gonna
Tim
say.
Robards. Is it Tim Robards?
No,
or have I got
that's-
his name wrong?
No, that's Tim is Sexy Tim off. He's married to Anna Heinrich.
yeah, that's who I'm talking about.
Were they on Big Brother?
No, they were on The Bachelor, first
Oh,
season
yeah,
of The
yeah,
Bachelor.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought you said Big Brother.
But you know, she was a high-profile criminal lawyer and
Yeah.
has now she left that profession and she's released a wellness company called Into
Yeah.
Wellness, I think.
They're
Yeah.
like
So she's
ridiculously
done,
good
like,
looking,
really well.
Yeah.
annoying couple.
and she just came off SAS
Yes,
and absolutely
actually, she was
killed it.
so good in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was so good.
Yeah.
But I think as reality TV has evolved over the years, you know, so too has the need to shock audiences. And this is where the contestants are finding themselves. This is their conundrum now. In order to, you know, be famous and have some sort of notoriety post-show, you have to be involved in some sort of controversy
Yeah.
on the show. And so this is where all the you know, the glassing incident and the releasing of the nude OnlyFans photos and things like that. It's like, you know, what's next? Like,
Yeah.
you know, but you have to be prepared to be painted in a bad light.
How
You
much of
better
that do
be
you-
ready to fix it.
How much
once
do you think of
come-
that was produced? Like,
Oh, heaps of
a lot
it.
of, like
Yeah,
OnlyFans drop, like teasing out. Like,
absolutely.
Oh, I
Produced to
don't-
its nth
I don't
degree.
think so because they're still sticking with it that she's like, I'm not apologizing kind of thing. Like she's still.
I know, but in terms of like leaking the OnlyFans
Yeah.
and stuff like that, that would have been producer dropped for sure.
What happens in these reality shows? Like it's not like they just are getting on with their day. You've got producers in their ears all the time,
And they're writing storylines,
and they
right?
say like, you know, did you know that you know
Yeah.
she's got an OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Like they would be. Did you know
I'll
that?
text you the link.
Yeah, and then it's like they plant a seed, and then they just let the contestants go and
Yeah.
You know, it's a good way to stand
Go
up for
hard.
yourself. Smash a glass.
true. But yeah, I think there's some really good examples, and there's some really poor ones.
Like that guy. What's the king of Bondi? Nazim or something?
Oh my god, NASA.
NASA. Yeah, he's like full narcissist vibes.
He's awful.
He like crashes shows like as a like. I think what's his tagline? He's a celebrity consultant.
Oh, I don't even know what his tagline is. He's just the pits, calls the paps, constantly gives Daily Mail stories, false stories as well.
Okay, shall we get into some TV shows or movies that if they were made today, they would totally be cancelled? Because I think this is coming off the back of like last week's episode where we were naming these like movies, and after we recorded, we were like, oh my God, imagine if like it was made today. Like it would totally be cancelled. It's like you cannot do that.
Yes.
What's your best example, Ty?
After we were discussing last week, the one that popped to my head was actually Shallow Hal, made in 2001.
Such a good movie.
I
Yeah.
didn't watch it. I'm so
But now,
sorry.
so it's pretty much is that he bumps into Tony Robbins in a lift, and Tony Robbins gives him a bit of magic, so he sees people for what is it, their inner beauty.
Inner beauty, yeah.
So what happens is well, I got to be careful. I didn't get cancelled in the process of just describing this show. So effectively, he falls in love with a lady that's 500 pounds or something,
Yeah.
and it's effectively
But he sees her as Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yes. No, I saw the trailer. But if it was made today, it would be like,
It's fat shaming at its greatest.
Yeah, it is. It
Yeah.
absolutely is.
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
And then what's another good example that we had written down here?
The huge bitch.
Juice Bigelow. Juice
Oh my
Bigelow,
gosh.
male gigolo. I can't tell you how many times I've watched this movie. Like, I reckon I've watched it like 30 times. I can quote this movie like it's going out of fashion, but you could not make it today.
No.
It could not be released
How many times
today.
in public growing up do you think you heard someone yell out, "That's a huge bitch"?
I know. Yeah, all the
Yeah.
time.
Oh, holy shit, it's Bigfoot.
So if you haven't watched Juice
Yeah.
Bigelow, Male Gigolo,
I'm with you.
and you want something that's so highly offensive on so many levels,
Yeah.
that's the movie for you.
right. Yeah. And then you said Entourage.
Entourage, yeah. I think just not only for the womanizing, but just Ari and Lloyd's dynamic.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't think the LGBTQI community would stand for that kind of production these days anymore.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
If you want to fall into an Ari rabbit hole, go watch Ari Gold highlights on YouTube. It's fucking great.
It is great.
Yeah.
He's such a good actor. I love
so
him.
good. Jeremy Piven.
Jeremy Piven.
Yeah.
I feel like he is Ari Gold.
I think that was his problem because he was so good at that character coming out of it at the other end. Like, he was almost too good of Ari. He can only be Ari now. So.
Yeah.
Do you almost think that like because these movies were made, they're like problematic if you were to like watch them today kind of thing? Like, should they be totally cancelled?
No, I don't
Jesus.
think so.
And deleted?
No.
What is wrong with you?
But,
I'm just creating conversation.
but that's a good segue into Chris Lilly. Like, he was totally wiped off
Totally has
everything.
been wiped off. Yeah.
And, like, that's really well, I'm going to say it and, you know, I guess come at me if you disagree.
My mum disagrees.
But I love his
hates it.
shows.
Why?
She
Your
hates
mum
Chris
hates it?
Lilly. Yeah.
Really?
Hates it. I wasn't allowed to watch it growing up.
Just because super racist?
Liv, tell us a
Super.
bit of a fun fact about you and Chris Lilly. Tell us a little fun
Oh,
fact.
well, like,
Did
totally
you hook up with Chris Lee?
Yeah. Quote that one.
Interesting.
No,
wonder Mumsy doesn't like him.
No, I was on Lunatics, which is his Netflix show. So, like, after everything was cancelled and got, like, deleted.
I remember,
Yes.
Can we snip some of this in, please?
Hell yeah, we can. She's a model, walks the catwalk.
Episode 10,
What was the
last
name
10
of
minutes.
it?
My dick.
My dick.
Liv was a catwalker from the My Dick range.
Pretty much. So my mum was absolutely mortified with all of his shows, like absolutely hated them. I wasn't allowed to watch them. And you know at school, like how everyone, like, well, at my school, like I was like, all the like the kids that would watch it, they would like make all the jokes and yell out in class and go miss like at school, at a private school.
Dictation.
Yeah, literally, and like draw dicks everywhere. Oh my gosh. And I had no idea what it was all about.
Fuck you, miss.
That would have been Ty.
Fuck you, miss.
That would have
not
been
at all.
you for
No.
sure at school.
I was
for
the
sure.
private school kid that full bought into the private school mentality. I was like, yeah.
True, you do love a good
I
private
was like
school.
eating fucking Mars bars with cutlery and shit. Yeah. Refused to get the school bus.
In the cafeteria.
Yeah.
I hate that because that was actually me.
What?
I didn't catch the school bus.
Yeah, but the difference is that I was pretending you're actually like proper
Yeah,
silver
that's what
spoon
I
white
mean.
girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
That goes deep down to your DNA.
Yeah, and I would just sit there in class and you have the boys out the back and I'm like, oh my God, like just do your homework. And because I was like a goody two shoes, like teacher's pet. And they'd go,
don't
oi,
believe
miss, fuck you, miss. And you can tell like this teacher as well, like she wasn't like, she was one of those older teachers that wouldn't really get angry. She was quite soft spoken and you could tell that she was just getting like trampled all over.
Oh, that sucks. I don't like to hear that.
Anyways, so yeah, going back to it. So I was, I met Chris Lilly. He like directed my scene. Well, he's very hands-on, not hands-on. Like,
No. Yeah. You mean hands in?
How crazy that you have to say, like, oh, I don't mean it that way.
I know, right? But no, he's lovely. He's the complete opposite to like all of his characters. Very professional, like very creative, and
I think that's the problem, right?
yeah. But he was awesome. So yeah, but that was in Lunatics, and I walked down the catwalk with his clothing on that said "My Dick, I love my dick," and I had this like coat on and like all this stuff. But yeah,
That was the character that was in love with a cash register.
Correct,
wasn't
yeah.
it? Yeah.
yeah. I can't remember what his name was,
I can't remember either.
and he made love to it. Yeah,
Yeah, he made love to
He
it.
fucked a cash
Yes.
register.
Yeah. Have you not seen
Have you
it?
seen the show yet?
No.
Lunatics?
No.
But do you not?
You know the one that is one of the funniest is the very first one he did, which is We Can Be Heroes. And that was like searching for the Australian of the Year. And when it first aired on the ABC, people actually didn't realise
It was a comedy.
that it was like
Satire.
satire. And so people are like,
Sums up the ABC viewership pretty well.
It really. Yeah, they didn't know. And like some of the characters that he plays in We Can Be Heroes, like you cannot absolutely
Do
not
that
in 2022 do that today. He plays Ricky Wong, which is an Asian student, a physics student, I think it is,
Don't say it.
who is desperately.
Don't say it.
What?
No, this is what the show says. It's not me. Why are you saying? Don't
No, I
cancel
thought
me.
you were gonna start talking.
saying like the Wong.
Shh.
The Wong
Why should-
room.
No.
Okay, yeah, cut that out.
That's part of the show. That's what.
But
that's
it
what
is
he did
part
in
of the show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but the show's been cancelled. Do you want to be cancelled?
No, he's like, oh, Ricky in the wrong room.
oh my God, we can't have that in there.
Why?
No.
What do you mean? I have Asian heritage. What do you mean? I have a Malaysian background.
Okay, you're allowed to say it. I'm not.
I'm not.
Am I allowed to do it? I don't
I'm
know.
the palest chick here. I've got fake
I got fake tan on and I'm still pale.
Fake tan on.
But it's a like It's such a funny show, guys. Like, honestly, if you get the chance to
If
see
you like
it,
a bit of casual racism,
it's very casual. But what about when like that character, he is desperate to become an actor. And so he's in an indigenous musical. There's so much like it's like
Ricky
how
Wong's
many
pretending to be Aboriginal.
Oh,
There's
it's
so
full
much
on. It's so
much
heavy.
wrong with it. Sorry.
Yes, yeah. So he's offended so many cultures.
We're going down. We're going to be careful.
Okay, so do you think ABC should have cancelled all the shows then?
No, because you know what? It's context of time, right? And when it aired, even though really it was only probably maybe 8 years ago.
You think as a national broadcaster, being so woke as they were, they would have had a bit of, better insight than that.
Yeah.
Maybe they just got caught up
But
because
it's
it was probably
funny
the best
because
ratings they
it
got
wasn't
in a while.
problematic until it actually
Went to Netflix,
like
right?
years and years, and it went to Netflix.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then it had like a mass audience, and all these eyeballs were on it and watching it, and then it became an issue.
Okay, and when did that happen?
I reckon it was probably a good 2 years ago. It was around COVID times.
Yeah, it was because it was like everyone was blowing up because he launched on Netflix, then got pulled pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I'm
got
still on
pulled
Netflix.
really quickly.
Lunatics is still on there.
Is Lunatics still
Yeah,
there?
because Netflix made it.
Like Angry Boys, that series where he's a what's the rapper's name?
P. Diddy?
No, he plays
Angry Boys.
Smouse.
Mouse.
S. And he's notorious. He got called out for being blackface because he paints himself, black to.
I
give
slap
off-
my elbows and
That's
do
it.
it like this. I slap my...
Yeah.
How do we feel about like when
Slap my
celebrities
ass,
like
slap my balls.
blackface for Halloween parties?
Well, they can't do that anymore. But even like dressing up as Cleopatra now is looked, which sucks for me because I was actually
Oh yeah,
What?
that
dressed
was
up as
recently.
Cleopatra
So-
for Christmas.
So I can't dress. I can't
And
dress
then on
up
my own
as
shit.
Jesus because I'm not Jewish.
Well, Ty dressed up as Jesus last year.
Right.
And we got in.
I was who was I telling the other week where once I put my chat image up as Black Jesus, and I offended a Christian in an organisation, I had to change it,
You said that.
and I wasn't sure if it was because it was Jesus or because it was Black Jesus. Yeah, but I just removed it and just
Good job.
that's me. That's
But yeah,
good-
so
good
many shows can be cancelled. I mean, you can go down a rabbit hole. Even Baywatch to an extent. Some Sex and the City episodes.
Can we just quickly go back to Chris Lilly? Since his Lunatics came out, it didn't even like blow up nearly as
No.
close to the old shows because it went too woke. Like it
Yeah.
went too safe. And so people like weren't interested
So
anymore.
why do you reckon Baywatch would be cancelled?
Oh, I don't know if it would be cancelled. It's probably
Just
not the
because
right
the
word.
teen,
Well,
But I-
sexualized.
yeah, very
It's highly
But isn't that also
sexualized.
empowering in this day and age? I just think it depends on how it's produced and delivered.
I don't know. Like, I didn't see that remade.
What's the song? The Baywatch song?
Do you know? I've never seen an episode.
I haven't seen an episode. All I know is
So it's like I've watched
I
all
know is
seasons
the
times
front
2.
one.
The Baywatch track. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I haven't watched it. What else did we have there? Sex and the City. Yeah, that's very problematic.
Yeah, some of the episodes.
Well, I
probably
was
couldn't be
literally,
aired.
I just watched it, like all the seasons, and I was coming into the office going, oh my God, like this is bad. Like if it was made today.
Is it just because it's a successful woman just dying to be in love?
There's also a lot of things in terms of like women empowerment, like as in,
Slut shaming and stuff?
like just the way she's treated by men. Like you could never kind of put that on TV today. Like just, and like
Who?
how she just kind of took anything.
Who?
Carrie.
Oh, really? I think it was just like a
I
good...
need to I'd love
I
to
thought
rewatch
it was
happened to
really
her?
problematic.
Really?
Oh no, just like she never stood up for herself. And I mean, it could have just been like her character, but I just thought in today's day and age, like you wouldn't have characters that would just like get trampled all over pretty
Sure.
much. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I just thought it was very much like she had no voice. She had no, what ladies are supposed to have today. Like it was very much like male dominant character.
Right.
Anyways, I just thought it was poor Carrie. But anyways, that was a good,
I thought she
good
did
breakdown.
well.
Yeah.
I love how you are just this like you watch all of the shows that you shouldn't really watch. I
No,
love
but I
it.
see the best
like
in,
Emily
like-
in Paris over there,
Oh.
biggest Emily in Paris fan.
Honestly,
Ty.
I think if like I was like I almost fell in love with Emily in Paris, and then but second season.
Sorry,
she-
V.
Yeah, no, I told V. I was like, I'm full fanboying here. Eh?
Is that your hall pass?
No, she's too. I think I'd heard her.
Who is your hall pass? Oh, Jesus. Every time. This is every single time, every episode. This is where it happens.
Should need to do some strength and conditioning.
Oh,
yeah.
Lord.
Can I?
Strength and conditioning.
I'm going.
What?
She's out. Liv's done.
I'm out. Okay. You
No,
just,
but
you just ruined Emily in Paris for me. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Let's get into our last segment of every episode, our required reading. Required reading. Ty,
Sorry, I'm just.
you can go. What's yours?
Mine's actually
Trash.
What?
Trash.
Being
Trash.
Being the advocate that I am, mine's actually So Unladylike, the podcast that's actually joining us at Sunnydale Studios.
Hey.
Yeah,
Yay.
Very exciting.
Yeah,
exciting.
Vanessa is fucking hilarious and talks about some great topics, and
Yes.
her and I have some good banter, being who I am and who she is. So I think I might even get dragged onto something for one.
Yeah.
Just
yeah,
for a bit of
you
fun.
and Ness.
Sounds good.
That would
Yeah,
be
but
good.
go watch it. I think this week the snippet is
It drops on Tuesday, which
Yeah.
is tomorrow because it's Monday today, but
I think-
when this
It'll be
episode
out.
goes live, it'll be out.
Yeah,
I think
it'll
there's
be
even
out.
a bit of a mention of stretch marks on vaginas.
A vagingery.
A
She does-
vagingery?
Yeah,
Uh,
talks about that.
Vagina?
Yes, feeding it
is-
cheeseburgers.
Yeah,
Love
feeding
that.
vag cheeseburgers and a bit of penis.
It is going to be a great podcast, isn't
Good
it?
show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally different to this one.
That's what we're all about here.
Yeah,
Diversity.
Yeah.
yeah, that's why I'm here. I tick a few boxes.
Oh, that's great.
You do.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Kat, what's your required reading?
Mine is another podcast. I'm not sure if I've mentioned this on our show before, but no brilliant jerks. I was going to say, Beyond the Blinds
Yes.
is one of my favorite podcasts, and they just get better and better. I just love it. It's especially if you're in your 30s, such as yours truly over here, and they deep dive into celebrity blinds, and they read them out, and then they reveal who they're about, and it's so funny, and it's a trip down memory lane. It's nostalgic for me. And they do their research. The hosts, they're really, really good, and they're touring some of the shows around the States at the moment. But if you're interested in celebrities and blinds and pop culture, that's a great podcast to get into.
Yeah, I want to get into that one. All
What's
right.
yours, Liv?
You may have heard it everywhere at the moment. It's currently on Stan. It's
Love
called
Island?
Love Island?
That's on 9 now. No, it's called Everything I Know About Love.
Ah,
New TV series. It's so good so far. I think I've watched like 4 episodes. It's Dolly Alderton.
Is it a drama?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's all like a teenage angst. Like all the girls.
Yeah, Venetia put this on last night.
Yeah, so good.
Cool.
So it's all
I
like
went to
girls
bed.
in their 20s that live together in London, and basically it's just like one friend is like their 2 best friends are on completely different paths.
Oh.
And
It's like Emily in London, but more slutty.
Okay. Emily in Paris, but make it slutty.
and put it in London.
Yeah. She's 2 girlfriends, one's bisexual, and they hook up.
Well, anyways, it's
Oh.
really, really good.
Okay.
Great drama. If you've watched, oh goodness,
Yeah,
I've had a
cool.
mind blank
Doesn't
about, goodness me.
Euphoria?
No, I literally just watched it. Oh, Conversations with Friends and Normal People, which
Okay.
is by Sally Rooney. She like as in 2 books, and then they've adapted them into TV shows. They're really good. So it's all teenage angst in your 20s, that kind of thing.
Love a bit of teenage angst.
It's very much on trend
I
at the
love
moment.
it how teenage angst has now bled into 20s.
Yeah. Teenage angst now happens when you're 25.
In your 20s, yeah. Because people generally move out of home when they're 26.
Yeah.
Some
Who
people.
can afford to move out of
Yeah.
home these days?
I got kicked out of home at 17. I went from schoolies and my mum said, "You live here now," and just moved me into a new place.
Oh, wow.
And that's why I'm so mature.
Okay.
You could have done with a stint in boarding school, I reckon.
Oh,
I
yeah.
copped the threats a few times.
Did
Yeah,
you?
my brother did
I
as
reckon
well.
your mum would have given you a few
Yeah.
boarding
A
school threats.
TSS?
Huh? No, I was going to go to St. Peter's. That was my
Where's
threat.
that?
Brisbane.
Oh, wow.
Because I was the only co-ed boarding. They thought if I went to TSS, I'd just end up, on the bag in the boarding house.
Oh, my Lord.
Probably accurate.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that's awesome. But yeah, watch Everything I Know About Love. Really nice.
Yeah.
You'd like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks for the
All
rate.
right. Awesome, guys. We'll see everyone next week.
Oh, see you next week, maybe, if we're still on the air.
If we're not cancelled.
What are you getting cancelled for?
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.
You feel alive, let's hit the dance floor. Don't work too hard, might break a backbone. Return of the Mac, the king is back though. Corvette and cash, I never like those.
Thanks for listening, guys. If you love this episode, please give us a 5-star rating and make sure you follow us on socials to stay up to date with all the weird and wacky things we get up to. You can find us on Instagram at No Brilliant Jerks Podcast or Sunnydale Studios, or you can even find us on our agency Insta at KKO Agency. And if you'd like to put a face to a name, you can watch all of our podcast recordings on our YouTube at Sunnydale Studios. Now, we'll pop up all our social handles and links discussed in today's episodes in our show notes below. Feel free to also email us with your own dopes and nopes and we'll share them on the podcast. Anyways, guys, thanks for listening. We shall be in your ear holes again next Wednesday.
Okay, bye.
This podcast is produced by Sunnydale Studios.